Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have Coach A, and we have the winner of winners of winners of winners, the only person on this show that has teams still playing right now, the one and only,
Say it, goddamn it! Stop!
the representative of the 305,
Yes!
Mr. Skip, representing Skip's trophies and more. He's in the house. We have a interesting show today. This is the first time that we can say in the years that we've been doing this show that Skip is the top dog of all sport right now with his football teams.
Wait! Hold on. On the what?
Top dog. Top dog. With all
Over
his
the Bulldog. Over the Bulldog.
top dog.
Over the Gamecocks.
The hurricane has came in and destroyed some houses.
Not a game.
And we will get into that along with that bang bang niner game out there in the Bay. Those bullies of the Bay. We will get into that. Coach A, how was your week leading up to today?
Good football, man. Congrats to Skip.
Why's his voice? His voice just got low.
What about?
You sound low, A.
It sound like you just got away from the mic all of a sudden.
What about now?
Yeah, that is. We got you.
All right. Yeah. Good football. All last week, man. Leading up to today. Gonna be an interesting game tonight too. But yeah, man. We saw some good close games, good close playoff games. Saturday and Sunday, and a blowout. Well, one blowout on CLP and another
An excerpt from the prologue or from chapter 1?
Say something again, Abe.
Yo.
It went low again. Whatever it was you did to fix it, it went back.
Yeah, but we got, again, like I said, interesting weekend of football. Of course, it's a wild card weekend, of course. We also had the college football playoffs also, which Mr. Trophies and more. How was your weekend and your week leading up to the
Hey man, you know, as the top dog on the network, you know, I'm proud to say my Hurricanes did the damn thing. They're still doing the damn thing, and they got one more week to do the damn thing. We were underdogs against winning the game as underdogs against Ole Miss, and I would say rightfully so. I think it should have been a push more than us being underdogs by like, what was it, 3.5 or 4.5?
I want to say y'all was favored, but I think it was like 3.5.
No, we weren't favored. No, we weren't favored. We was? Hey?
Yes, y'all were favored, sir.
No.
We've been underdogs all in every game we played in the playoffs.
Well, in that game, I think y'all were favored, but go ahead.
No, against Indiana, we already down by 7.5.
No, I'm talking about the past game.
No, we played Ohio State.
Ole Miss, I believe y'all was favored. Sir.
I'm positive with it. But anyway.
But you won, so it don't matter.
One of the things that happened for me that was great in the sports world for me was the fact that the 49ers did their thing, my Hurricanes did their thing, and as you pointed out so eloquently, all my teams are still alive at the end of the poetic conference. So I'm gonna say it one more time for me. Top dog. I love it. But no, good weekend of football, man. Indiana looks like a top tier college football program for it to be their first year second year of making any noise. They really look like gangbusters, and if not being for my Hurricanes playing against them in 2 weeks, I would pick them to win hands down. But our defense is like the Ravens defense was when they won their last Super Bowl. Our defense is not giving the game away. So I just can't see us losing. But yeah.
The jump on what we seen, because I picked the Oregon Ducks. I thought they would play a better game than what we seen this weekend down at the Dome. Indiana is well coached, man, and we know this as being a basketball school. That's what we know Indiana is. It's been that since I've been on this earth, since Skip been here, along with me and Coach A, we're in the same, stratosphere of age. But never seen this happening, and I'm becoming a believer of what Coach Sinetti has going on up there now. To say that reports are coming out now that he has 22-year-olds and 25-year-olds on the team, which are veteran players that he has. Now we'll see after the game on the 19th what happens moving forward. But man, they play good team ball. I think they can play however you want to.
And the good thing about what you just said, I was going to hit on that. For him to have 23, 24, and 25-year-olds, that means these guys are fourth and fifth year seniors, transfer players with an extra year eligibility, and the camaraderie that was built for them playing together for so long. And last year they made some noise, and then they just kind of got pushed to the wayside. So I don't think they snuck up on people as much as a program. They snuck up on people, but the way they play and the way they're coached, because he didn't have to worry about people transferring away, because he didn't have one 4-star player until they got upgraded at the beginning of this year. So he never brought in any big name, big time players. He just made do with what he had, and his system works for what he has. And that, what we always harp on, is what we call good coaching. The coach up here can vouch for that. When you take any talent and make it and maximize it as a coach, then you've done your job. And this is what the Indiana coach has done, in my opinion, because he has a big name now. But in the beginning of the season, nobody was talking about no player in Indiana doing nothing significant. So great coach.
Coach.
Yeah, for me, they trying to can you hear me?
Yes, that's what it is. You sitting too far back from it.
Yeah, so for me, they trying to spin a narrative of the whole they 24, 20. BYU whole team is that. Now, if they would have been in the playoff or the CLP with a semifinal final game, I don't think they would talk as much about that, because they already know that, with BYU, you kind of go on a mission or whatever the first year, and then you resume playing football after that first year you there. So, as far as the age thing, man, I don't think that matter, man. You got Carson Beck, who's probably not 24, but he's in his 6-year eligibility playing. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't really harp on the whole age thing. Now, what I will say is Signetti and Cristobal are Saban disciples, and once again we got the GOAT, a mention of the GOAT, and he not even coaching no more. That's just how much of an imprint he left on the college game, and with
It's
coaches
kind of like what Bill Walsh did in the NFL.
for sure. So I expect it to be an exciting game, man. I didn't think Oregon was gonna come out there and lay an egg the way they did. Um, I I was trying to figure out, was it a testament of them just not being ready that day, or Indiana just being that good. It probably was a little bit of both.
I don't
Either,
think it was a little bit of both. I
either way, the
disagree
better
with you.
team won, man, and
There you go.
we definitely all, well, except Skip, of course, picked Ole Miss to win against Miami. And one thing I always know about Ole Miss, they really didn't have a lot of defense. Had a lot of offense, but you could teams with subpar or better offense could always move the ball against them. Miami went on probably had like, I think, 40 minutes of possession, had multiple 12 play drives, and they dominated them, man. So I'm looking forward to see those two styles clash with Indiana and Miami, and hopefully looking for a great game.
The one thing I disagree with what you said was that either Oregon came in the game not prepared or they just overlooked them. I think Oregon ran into just a better football team than what they was expecting. I think with the national championship on the line, now this had to been the first round, the prelims, the first. Then I could say, hey, they overlooked them because now you got Ohio State or somebody waiting on them. But we're talking about a date to the national championship. I refuse to believe that they overlooked them because they made it there. They dominated Alabama. Then they beat, whoever it was else they beat. So you can't come into the game, oh, we're better than them. No, you're not. Because they came to your house and beat you. So there's no way, in my opinion, that anybody on the team can say, oh, man, we're going to whoop them this time because they got their butts at home. So, no, I don't think they overlooked them. I think they just ran into a better football team, better coached football team. And one more thing, Abe, before I let Kev go. You said that age doesn't matter. I disagree on that, too. I'm going to tell you why. Coming out of high school, some people's sports maturity peak. They'll get better 2-3 years after they leave high school. So we're talking about a 17, 18-year-old going to college, playing football, and Indiana, you can walk on that team at that time. And here it is, I got 3, possibly 4 years, and now I'm peaking physically or on the sports scene, and I'm 24 years old. What 17-year-old outside of LeBron that could be the 24-year-old in any sport? You see what I'm saying? So when you say it don't matter, I think it does, because of the maturity of the body and, you're being well coached. So that's how I feel about that. But,
So just say, for instance, Indiana has an 24-year-old cornerback, okay? Cornerback like Dion. You don't think Malachi Tune gonna dog him though?
Yeah, but that okay. But now look at this. Look at the boy from Ohio State. Hold on.
7 years older than Malachi Tony, probably just 18, and that guy's
You're right,
6
but
years older than him. But Tony still gonna ball.
There's always an exception. But
I agree.
The number 4 to play for Ohio State, best receiver in the country outside of Malachi. I think he's better than Malachi right now. Ohio State's wide receiver.
Yeah, for sure.
Didn't they whoop them?
Yeah.
Did he dominate Indiana?
He still balled out. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
What you got? What you got, Tex?
I'm sorry, somebody just sent me a text. I'm guessing we're talking about the national championship coming up.
We're talking about
the 2 games leading up to it. The
Okay.
Oregon game and the Miami game.
Skip, I'm not saying this to poke at you, but from what I've seen from Indiana the last 3 games, including their game against Ohio State for the Big Ten, they gonna wipe the fucking floor.
How many points you giving me since they go wipe the floor?
At least 38.
Hey, hold on.
Okay, you're the same one that said Ole Miss offense is going to dominate us too.
I'm not saying that it's going to be a
That's the same person that said
Let him go, Skip. Let him go, Skip. Let him go.
I'm not saying it's going to be a 38-0 game.
You tripping.
But I think it'll turn into a little bit of a shootout for a while. And then Carson Becks and throws an interception or 2. And that's what will turn the game. Because in a shootout type game, those are the mistakes that lose.
Shout out.
So for me, right? I'm sorry, D. I'm gonna just make one point. So for me, and I'm not picking Miami to win yet, but for me, right? I feel like Miami's offense and style of play on offense, running big number 4, getting Tony involved whenever they can, is gonna gonna run the clock. So I don't think it'll in turn turn into a shootout because I think Miami's gonna try to take the air out of the ball. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm just being realistic. They're putting up 30 plus in the last 3 games. What can you argue with?
For sure.
Hey, before everyone in the chat, we appreciate if you hit the like button, share. It'll help us get a little traction, more people to look at the show. If you don't mind, we really appreciate it. Go ahead. Thank you, Kel, for doing what you just did.
The one thing that I'm not hearing on this panel right here is praise for Miami's defense.
That Bain kid is all world.
He's been all world preseason. We knew that coming into the season. But again, Bain don't play all 11 positions. Miami's defense has not folded at all since we lost to SMU.
I must say this. The turnover game will play a big factor in this game, and Miami goes offensively as Carson Beck goes. If Carson Beck plays a clean game, Miami can play whatever type of ball you want to play.
And D and Abe, I gotta say this, and I think both of y'all are gonna have to admit to agree. Carson Beck's playing the best football of his career.
But again, he's playing game manager football, and as you see, in my opinion, if you keep him out of having to throw the ball 25, 30 times, he's got a run game that keep him in positions where he does not get put in that. But Miami defense is the key to them winning this game if they're going to win for Skip to get them a national championship. It's going to be them.
I'm going to get one. I'll make it sound like my personal.
Sir, getting a national championship. It's been a long time. Some people ain't one born when you won the last one.
Kill, watch this, Kill. Hold on, Kill. D, what are you?
He's the top dog in this house right now because he has the only team playing football right now, the only 2 teams that are playing football. None of us thought this would be going on, ladies and gentlemen, but here it is as we sit right now.
But what I was saying was this. Everybody we play is getting all the praise and we're getting none, especially from this panel right here. You can say Bain is all world. You can say Malachi, Tony, blah, 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 blah. Those are superstars, elite players. We get it. Carson Baker's playing the best football, blah, 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 blah. I will go on record right now and say that Indiana's quarterback hasn't had a bad game all season, which is why he's the Heisman winner. You don't think it's about time? Is he the golden child because he won a Heisman? He can't make a mistake. A good defense in your face can't force you to do something that you're uncomfortable with. Nobody's giving credit for Miami's defense doing what they've done. Been underdogs last 3 games we played. All y'all have picked against us. One of y'all said y'all picked them last week. I don't remember. Kev, didn't you write this stuff down?
No, I did not.
He picked against you. We told you he picked Ole Miss.
And he did too.
I picked Ole Miss.
Kel picked Ole Miss. We picked.
Abe did too.
I don't know about Abe, but I know.
Ask him.
I picked Ole Miss.
Okay, well, I rolled with you, sir. I wasn't no fool. I rolled with you.
I don't remember.
Hey, I will say this, and this includes the NFL. Besides the 8:30 game last night, I think this is the best playoff football we've seen in the last couple of years.
Hell yeah.
And we'll get into the NFL in a minute, but both, I mean, besides, the Miami Ole Miss game was a great game. I'm going to say that was a great game to watch. And then, the freaking snooze fest that was Indiana, Oregon.
But if you think about it, that bracket, that lower tier bracket, we got the best football out of that lower tier bracket. Everything above was blowouts. If you think about it, the Oregon game, the Alabama game, Indiana, whatever, everything there was what? Blowouts. We got all the good football in the lower tier bracket.
Absolutely. Georgia Ole Miss was an instant classic.
So, Kel, do you feel like Indiana's offense is better than Ole Miss's offense?
Yes.
Okay. And Ole Miss put up what, 27? 31-27, right? So do you feel like Miami?
27.
Do you feel like Indiana goes over?
Yes.
He just said 38.
Yes.
38.
And I say, and look, Kurt Signetti, they were talking about him in the fourth quarter, and what stood out to me the most was when they blocked the punt, and he was pissed that they didn't return it when they were already up 55 to like 15 or whatever it was. They were up 30-plus points, and Kurt Signetti as a coach was like, all right, you blocked the punt, cool, but you didn't return it. And they were saying, Coach, why do you always look so pissed off? And he said, if I have to sit there and tell my players, don't let your emotions get to you, then I can't let my emotions get to me. And that right there, the coaching aspect of that, Skip, your favorite word on the show, coaching, that showed a lot of coaching in that moment. And I don't know, man, something about it. If y'all remember last year when Indiana made it to the playoffs and we kind of were, we thought it was TCU 2.0. Another team had a Cinderella season. They'll get in here with a big dog and they'll lose. When that happened in the first round, Kurt Signetti said in the press conference, don't worry, we'll be back here next year to win the whole thing.
He did. He did predict it.
Look where he is.
There it is again.
0 5-stars on the team. When that was all they could talk about with Oregon. There were 55 4- and 5-star players on that team, or 52. James Madison or Kirk Signetti and Indiana have 0.
Oh yeah, I already touched on that.
Mm.
I want to get this point out. Abe asked the question: did y'all think that Indiana's offense was better than Ole Miss's offense? All y'all agree with that, right?
Yes.
Do y'all think Miami's defense is better than Ole Miss's defense? I mean, Indiana's defense?
I think they're pretty evenly matched from what I've seen through the last
defensive side. Defensive side. I would say Miami has the better pass rush. I would give them that overall defense because of Miami's secondary dropped a bunch of interceptions in that game.
That's why they're on defense.
And that's the difference.
Lineman hands.
That's the difference in the defense. If you throw that ball in Indiana secondary, it's possibly going to get picked. That's why you got to be concerned about Carson Beck's.
Carson Beck.
Yeah, doing what he normally does sometime in big games. That's why I say we've seen they're keeping him under 15 passes a game so he don't get into that type of trouble. But this ain't going to be – I will see y'all trying to control the ball, Skip, and keeping the game, not in a shootout, ball control, going or trying to go on long drives and sustaining that. Because that's what you do. But I still say y'all can play however y'all want to play.
But see,
I'm sorry, Skip, but I gotta throw this in there. The highest amount of points scored this season on Indiana came in their last game against Oregon when Oregon scored 22. No one else has scored above 22 all year. Their last three opponents, number 1, Ohio State, they let up 10. Number 9, Alabama, they let up 3. Then they let up 22. That's a damn good defense.
Agreed.
I'm going to say it again. I'm trying to pull up Indiana's schedule.
They didn't play nobody, Skip. You ain't got to go.
No, they ain't playing.
See, this is what I'm talking about. When you make these statements about it's a damn good defense, they beat Ohio State and they beat
Alabama and Oregon.
Oregon and Alabama. Okay, Oregon's offense, decent. Alabama don't have a blazing scoring offense. They ain't put up no big numbers on really nobody. Matter of fact, when they beat Georgia at home, what the score was, 20-something to 20-something?
Yeah.
Okay, and now I think that was a fluke that they beat them, but okay, let's not make it sound like they got all Americans on their defense.
I said they're playing good team defense.
I'm talking about what he said, sir.
Oh, well, I mean.
About what they ain't let up and what they ain't gave.
If you use the argument of cupcake schedule, they ain't played nobody. Then the other side of that coin is when they played somebody, aka 3 ranked teams in a row in the playoffs in a championship game.
They beat them.
Man.
The highest they let up was 22.
But and you're correct. Now,
Because outside of one or two games, maybe, who did Miami play this year? One ranked opponent was South Florida. One ranked opponent was FSU.
Notre Dame.
Okay, so that's it. Indiana had to play Penn State, regardless of how Penn State's season has been. Still a team loaded with 4- and 5-star players.
Also, because they got 4- and 5-star players, it makes a difference. Not that they were ranked.
I'm saying that Penn State had the year that they had, but it wasn't because lack of talent. Their quarterback got hurt and they fired their head coach.
Okay, but the point, but the meat of that whole subject you just said was they're loaded with 4- and 5-star players. If they're not ranked, they can have 20, 50 5-star players. They're garbage. Correct?
Absolutely.
So using they got 4- or 5-star players don't make a hill of beans in the grand scheme of things if they can't win.
Okay, let me rephrase that then. They are loaded with talent. Penn State was a good team that did not have coaching this year. Or their number one
good
quarterback.
team that didn't have coaching this year.
Hmm?
Florida State was a good team that didn't have coaching this year. Florida Gators was a good team that didn't have coaching this year.
I don't know about that.
Who has more 5-star players?
Then who?
Than Florida State, between Indiana and Florida Gators.
We just had that conversation. Now, all these kids came from James Madison. Cignetti's proven that you can do it without the 4- and 5-star. That's beside the point of what I'm saying with their defense.
But see, Kev, you're contradicting yourself. You're saying it's beside the point, but that's what you just used for clarification. 4- and 5-star players. So how can it be beside the point when you use it to make your point?
The reeling it back in, they can be 4, 5, and whatever player they can be. If you ain't got the coach in place to make them play up to the level that you think they are, it doesn't mean a thing about how many you got on there. As we see now, the type of players that he has, as this man always state, is the coaching. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
Each one of our teams in college has 10 to 15 5-star players on it. I would say me and this gentleman team has more 5-star players on one side of the ball than y'all two teams right now.
Of course.
And that's a fact. And look where we are. So, at the end of the day, it is what it is. If you were seeing this on paper and you didn't know anything, you would say Miami supposed to beat Indiana. If we didn't look at no records, nobody didn't know nothing, you would think that because Miami's mystique from a long time ago. If you would think that in certain cases. But now, the grand scheme of things, everything has changed. That's right. We don't know who going to win week in and week out with the parity of the NIL and what we've seen with the transfer portal. We don't know.
And see, the one great thing, too, about you brought up transfer portal, outside of what you said with James Madison, they ain't really went to Indiana, ain't really went to the transfer portal and got no big names out of it. They just, like you said, Kev, he's coaching up what he got, and it's working. So I say next year they have a downtrodden year, and that man goes to the league.
Possible.
Shouts out to Turbo Richard too. I was able to had the great chance of coaching him at ABA 11 year. He went to high school in North Carolina and then went to BC, Boston College. He just got in the portal to go to Indiana. So congrats to him with it.
And before we move into the NFL, big shout out to Deuce Alexander. You balled in the playoffs, kid. You balled.
Yes, Route King's son. We got to give him props, friend of the show.
Shouts out to all them kids too, man. KJ Bolden, of course. Super sophomore, probably going into his last year of college football. From what I understand, Georgia just practiced too hard, so don't nobody stay and be no senior. You feel what I'm saying? Whenever they get eligible, they out of there. So I'm looking forward to his junior year and watching him get out of there. And shout out to Jaden Barr, the University of Florida running back. Columbia High School graduate cracked the $1 million plateau on NIL, and he'll be staying with the Gators. So congrats to him on that too.
All right, what we got?
All right. Well, the Texans and the Steelers just kicked off. We did not get to talk about that game because it had not been scheduled yet last time we were on. We will just wait and go here, man. As I stated, all except for the last game of the night, and this is a fact, all except for the Chargers and the New England Patriots, every game was decided by one score. Ain't that some shit? And we will go ahead and start with the Rams and the Panthers, and it looked like it was going to be a blowout. Started building a little comeback here, buddy. And then, you know what, Skip? They took the lead in the fourth quarter, but Matt Stafford, the Georgia boy, rallied the team. And I think the quote that he used and that I heard in the press game conference from one of his receivers, let's go rip their hearts out. That's what he told his team before they went out there on that game-winning drive.
I must say, that game was very competitive, and this goes what this gentleman likes to say a lot. These are professional football players. Don't get it twisted because you're looking at a record. And somebody might be 4-12, and this team might be 15-0. They're getting paid millions of dollars. Nobody thought. Now, mind you, Carolina had just beat them a couple of weeks ago in Carolina. So I knew the game was going to be competitive, but I still felt like the Rams was going to pull it out because of veteran leadership with the coach, veteran leadership with their quarterback. And they put themselves in the position. Carolina put themselves in the position to lose that game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, they could have got the doors blown off of them if some key calls and some key plays that the Rams put themselves in, because the football gods don't like it. You got to think about something. They could have went up 20-7, and they went for it, which I don't like this analytics in football no more. I would have kicked the field goal. Yes, Skip. They were down.
Okay. I thought we were talking about the same. We were talking about different. I was thinking the different play, but go ahead.
They down in the red zone. You up 17-7, and you don't kick the field goal, which made it 20-7. You have a whole different ball game. We probably ain't even talking about how close this game was, but it gave Carolina momentum to go back down that field and end up eventually tying the game up 17-7. But that's neither here nor there because we see the Rams pulled it out, which I will say now, I'm picking the Rams to go to the Super Bowl.
For me, man, nah, I'm not. The Rams, they kind of scare me. They get these little spats, so where they you know, they just kind of space out and don't play round football. And I just feel like the Ram team that we all know that they can be, Carolina wasn't even supposed to be in that stadium with them, nor were they the last game either. You feel what I'm saying? But they was able to win, but the Rams pulled this one out. But it's just something about the Rams, man. I don't know quite what it is, but I'm picking the Bears for sure. And as much as I love Stafford, as much as I love Puka and Devontae, just going up there, I feel like the Bears, they cooking right now. And I feel like the Rams is something not gonna they gonna give the Bears a chance to win that game, just like they did with Carolina. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like the Bears gonna capitalize more so than the Panthers did.
I think Caleb Williams has had his coming out party, if that's a thing for the playoffs. He showed resilience. He showed calmness. This Saturday when they were down, or when the Packers took the lead, and everybody like, oh well, you know, Jordan Love is destined, blah 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 blah. When they scored, his facial expression didn't change. He got up and warmed up, and he went out there on the field, and he did not make a mistake. The Rams cannot get down like they did against the Panthers with the Bears. I think the Bears have a better defense. Their offense is on a big roll right now, and I think the Bears beat them by 7 to 8 points.
All right, y'all are jumping ahead here.
Yes.
Way ahead. I had a whole intro and everything for the Packers.
My bad. Do that. We'll do it again.
Either way. Either freaking way. Abe, I'm glad you caught that coming out joke. The most exciting game of Saturday, I believe, though, was that Packers-Bears game. Let me tell you, there was 6.5 minutes left. It was a 15-point game. I was like, I think the Bears had just turned it over. Yes, D. I said, I'm going to turn this off and go inside. And right before I did, I don't remember what it was. There was a play that happened, and I said, let me just watch this series for the Packers. You get that in you, like, let me watch one more drive, see what happens. And then you could feel the momentum just shift. And the Bears, the 9-life Bears, because they now have 7 fourth quarter comeback wins this season.
I've got to attest that we all thought when Caleb came out that it was going to be a bust because we didn't like his body language when he ran up in the stands in college and was crying and so forth. But this shows an organization identifying the type of coach they need for their young phenom quarterback to bring in and to put players in place. And I must say, the Bears can play any type of football too, because I don't understand Green Bay. Green Bay has the same amount of talent, if not a little bit more, outside of Michael Parsons on their defense to dominate the Bears, as they were dominating the Bears. And you let them off the hook. You let up on them. This team hasn't been in the playoffs in a number of years. You might as well say they're playing with still a first-year quarterback, and you took the pedal off the metal. I don't understand it. I went to sleep, and it was 27-6. I said, good Lord, they blowing the doors off these people. And to wake up and see 27-31, I mean, whoa. And again, these are professional football players. At the end of the day, they're not just going to lay down.
Which is why when you said that the Panthers did the same thing with the Rams by going for it, and they didn't have to, they could have just hit the field goal. They were trying to snatch their heart out.
The Rams.
Yeah, they were trying to say, if they had scored a touchdown on that when they should have kicked the field goal, game would have been over. You get what I'm saying? So we got to look at it from both sides of it. They weren't taking their foot off the gas. But since they missed it, you should have kicked it. But had they made it, great call, blah, 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 blah. So it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation.
All right. Well, moving into Sunday's game, the 1:00 game, Bills and Jags. Man, another one where it looked like it was about to get ugly. It looked like the Jags were about to run off with that game. And Skip, what do I call him? What's his name? What's the man's name?
Oh, Sunshine.
Oh,
Superman.
No. The winning QB. Superman, Josh Allen, gets the job done. Of course, with the help of his defense.
I was just going to say, because he'll line up on the defensive side of the football. Sunshine was looking like old world there for a minute, boy.
I heard a story about Trevor Lawrence this week. I thought it was kind of shows you. All right, so as we know, he went to Cartersville, right?
Yep.
I did a year when I moved here at Lassiter High School. Trevor Lawrence and his dad came to Lassiter when the coach that I played under, Jeff Irwin, was still there. He basically said, hey, we love Lassiter. We love this East Cobb area. We love the academics, the sports program. We want to be over here. We want to play for you. Jeff told him, I can't guarantee that he'll start. So Trevor and his dad went to Cartersville. That's where he won a couple state championships. And the kid that they started at Lassiter led them to a 2-8 season, and then he quit playing football to pursue baseball, and now I think he is in the MLB now. So it just shows you.
A lot of some people that's in the position are not coaches. They're just in the position. You can't recognize talent. A person like this guy down here would have been like, well, let me see some highlights. You know what? Come on. What's the young lady name we had on a couple of years back, Abe, from Louisiana? The football coach girl.
Coach Erica.
How she can recognize talent, how he can recognize talent. Her thing was when we asked her, if I remember, I posed the question to her, if I bring my son there, he's an all-world this. Oh, well, he'll get a chance. He'll get a chance, and I'll let him go up against mine. If he's the better man, the better man gonna play. That's the mistake I think your coach made. But I can't guarantee him that. Oh, yeah, but I understand sticking with the status quo, but damn.
Well, he got fired for embezzling money from the athletic fund anyway. So.
Okay, but
all right.
Well, he might have messed up your career.
My bad. All right. So anyways, yes, the Jacksonville walked away losing, and the Bills took it. They are on to the next round, the 425 game. Oh, buddy. And I'm only excited because I called every single bit of it. The 49ers went to Philadelphia and played in the Link. And Skip, as I predicted to you last week, Philly would go in with a good lead and not do a damn thing in the second half. And the 49ers would walk away victorious. Skip, talk your shit.
It's great to be a 49er. Bang, bang.
This is before you keep going, Skip. This is so petty by Kev, the Cowboy fan, though, man. This is a new level of petty for him. He enjoying every minute of it.
I'm sorry, but I said it. Everyone here witnessed me say it.
What?
That Philly would go in with the lead at halftime, come out in the second half and blow it.
Okay, did you pick them to win?
I picked the 49ers to win.
He picks that.
Oh, okay. I'm never bad because I thought I was the only one that picked my teams. But anyway,
you'll never pick them.
AJ Brown, I told D this after the game. AJ Brown is a candidate.
Hold on, Skip. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm the only Philadelphia fan that did what to you yesterday.
You called me? Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying, them you were saying, nobody picked
up the phone. Hey, listen, I cussed all the rest of them out. I called them and left them voicemail. Listen, kids, if they had beat me, my phone would have rang like I just won a lotto. But because I talk trash like I do, so I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to get a call. And Deep text in the chat, good game, Skip. I called him, he answered on the first ring. The rest of them didn't answer my phone for, I bet you, a good 30, 45 minutes, and I cussed their ass out like they had stole money from me. I was like, friendship is one thing, but sportsmanship is a whole nother thing, because had y'all called me, I would have answered the phone and took it. But since y'all act like, and I hate to say bitch, because I don't call people that, but y'all act like bitches when your fuck-ass team lost, and you want to send me the voicemail, excuse my French. You want to send me the voicemail, mad. I made posts on Facebook, and I called them. I said, go look at it. Y'all some so-ass losers, and from now on, we don't even talk shit no more to each other, because that was garbage. Because I thought we was going to lose. I truly did. When Brock Purdy went down the field and scored, I was like, uh-oh. They got to stop that, because it looked too easy. And then y'all came right back and scored. I was like, okay. Good game. And when Kittle went down, I lost it. I was like, damn. We got 3 potential Hall of Famers on IR. Go. And we playing in Philly against the Super Bowl chance. But anyway, good football game, man. Very well coached defense. Oh my God.
Robert Saleh, the Jets should have never let him go.
Well, they was a shit show when he was with the Jets. Not that he wasn't a good coach, but they weren't gonna play together because they didn't have the winning attitude. You can preach it, but they got to accept it as a player, correct? But AJ Brown is a cancer. They had 2,000-yard receivers that was dropping footballs, man. How you get one had 9 touchdowns, the other one had 7 throughout the season? Both of them had 1,000 yards, something like that. Brown and Smith, and they was dropping balls that a 12-year-old can catch. Brown dropped 3 plays. He dropped a surefire touchdown down the sideline, hit both his hands. So ain't no excuses. He dropped one in the fourth quarter across the middle that he could have ran for another 10, 15 yards, hit both his hands. No excuses. Smith dropped 2.
He dropped one going across the middle on that same drive.
That was Brown.
No, Smith had dropped 1 too.
Oh, okay. But and see, this is AJ Brown been crying and complaining about this and that and this and that, and then you wet the bed. Now, Jalen Hurts is gonna get the blame because he's the quarterback. But the only I told you this too, D, and I'm quite sure I didn't hear it on ESPN or nowhere today. Jalen Hurts hurt the team too, if you think about it, and Tom Brady pointed it out. He was like, the 49ers are giving him no pass rush, and he rolling out of the pocket. When you roll out of the pocket, you take away half the football field. Not that he needed to, because Tom said, man, step up in the pocket. You're getting no pressure. Don't take away half the football field and handicap yourself. Every time he rolled out, in my mind, he finna run, he finna kill us. He never advanced the football. So, yeah, in my opinion, he gets the blame for that. But A.J. Brown and y'all defense, was picking y'all apart. Go ahead.
You cannot. We win the turnover battle in this game. We get 2 interceptions. You only get 3 points off of those 2 interceptions. It's a lot of stuff. This ain't just about this one game. It's a totality of what's been going on all year. The sad part about the situation with A.J. Brown is you cried, and you are a $100 million receiver. When ball comes your way, you need to catch ball. I don't understand either in that last play. Jalen Hurts, you don't make an attempt to go to him. But this is the part where there's a confidence level in the quarterback situation.
Real quick before you say that confidence, keep that. Do you know a thing came out where they said Brown was in the coach's face because the play wasn't called for him? That's why Jalen Hurts didn't go to him. But go ahead.
The play that was called, from my understanding, Jalen Hurts was this what you really want to call? But at the end of the day, it's going to be some changes. We're in a situation now that this man is a $30-some million cap hit, so it won't be no trading him. I don't know how they're going to work that out.
Shit.
We got some players that we got to deal with, and however it's going to be dealt. But
y'all's cap void is crazy. $425 million that y'all are already promised.
Yeah,
somebody take AJ though, and that money.
Yeah, they will.
Absolutely.
But kudos to the 49er gang, because I know for a fact, at the end of the day, Shanahan is a hell of an offensive mind. He game planned to what our defense started doing, and he started hitting short plays, not putting Purdy in situation to get killed by that pass rush. So I can't take it. And for him to turn that ball over 2 times and we not take advantage of what that did right there, that lets me know on the offensive side of the ball is stagnant and we have a problem. That window that I talk about is 5 years. We've been to the Super Bowl twice out of the last 4 years. We going in year 5 starting up. Things will be happening and things will be changed. Teams are getting older. Saquon is getting older. You follow me? Smith is getting older. A.J. Brown, all these players getting older. Trackhawk gonna want to get paid. Jordan Davis gonna want to get paid. So as players, you will see a different team next year, I do believe, and different changes. But kudos, and I have to give my props to the 49ers.
Yeah, and this was a case also, like you spoke on Shanahan. He called a better game against y'all's defense versus y'all OC calling a game against San Fran.
Exactly.
That the OC, I think, is the problem. Now, AJ Brown is getting a little bit of karma, bad karma. And I just feel like he'll be dealt. Because if not, you can't really go into the next season like that. That him and Sirianni been kind of back and forth all year with whether it be through the media or at each other on the sideline, whatever it may be. So it's just sad to see them so talented and not taking advantage of all of the talent that they have, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And I feel like that Saquon should have shucked a lot of that load. Um, I can't remember if San Fran went up on them by however many points or not, but I just feel like that was a game more so for Saquon. You feel what I'm saying?
He got
And
hurt.
I feel like the offensive coordinator is dealing with the whole AJ, you know, trying to get him the ball and still trying to keep the offense balanced. You feel what I'm saying? So the offensive coordinator definitely probably gonna be out of there. And I got a strong feeling that AJ
AJ
Brown probably will be too.
It got to be. Number one, it's going to free up a lot of cap space.
Yes.
And I don't think none of this money is guaranteed, is it?
I'm
Because I
not
know he
sure,
signed a
but
big
you
contract,
could
but I think
always
it's
go get
21.
another. You can go get another young receiver that you ain't got to
Of
pay.
course. They're going to get one in return for him and plug him in.
Yeah.
Like Tom Brady used to do. But
Speaking
the
of,
what you
I heard chatters of New England already him reuniting with Mike Vrabel with AJ. So I heard that.
and if you get up there and play football, they'll be ready.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to play football, and shut his mouth.
Absolutely.
You said something about the offensive coordinators. When Tom Brady, when commentators say something right on TV, the offensive and defensive coordinators, they hear that. They get, hey man, he was saying this and they were saying that. Did y'all ever think about that? For Tom Brady to keep saying that there was no pass rush, why you kept trying to throw the football if they only rushing 4 and dropping 7? And you got to Saquon Barkley.
That's
Now,
what I'm saying.
Saquon got hurt in the fourth quarter, and
Yeah,
you see them go away from him because I know it's playoffs, you're going to play, but he was hurt. He truly was hurt, but he tried to tough it
He
out.
got hurt the fourth though. That's what I'm saying. Like it's before leading up to that, they weren't really,
And McCaffrey, man, for him to be long in the tooth as he is, he showed up. They said he had more touches on the football than anybody in the NFL this year.
And he was hurt for a while, wasn't he?
I think a game.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
maybe 2.
He was the healthy one.
All right. Well, let's just do it real quick before we get into this weekend's games. Patriots and Chargers. Shit was a snooze fest. They're going to have to now mind. Chargers don't have a terrible defense. They have a pretty good defense. It's their offensive line that is the problem in LA. All 5 of their starting offensive linemen rank in the bottom 15 of total offensive linemen. All 5 of their starters, and they still somehow won 11 games. So, but they're done 16-3. I thought this game was a snooze fest.
Yeah, and I think Harbaugh. I think the offense that Harbaugh is trying not there. I mean, you can put some of it on the O line, but I just feel like the whole Greg Roman offense with Justin Herbert, you're not coaching Kaepernick anymore. You have a throw first quarterback. I think Harbaugh will figure it out though. Yeah, for sure. But I believe Greg Roman is his OC, and I think he was the same OC as he had in San Fran when he was in the league then. So I think it's time for Harbaugh and his offense to kind of innovate a little bit and open it up and play to the strength of your quarterback.
You think Kaepernick was a run first quarterback?
Well, yeah.
I think he was a quarterback that would throw first but wouldn't hesitate to run.
He was a dual threat quarterback.
Right. No, but I don't think he was a run first quarterback. He would, if you put pressure on him, he'll take off. Whereas another quarterback will step up and step up and step up and step up. No, he'll make you pay for putting that pressure on him. But okay, I got you.
Yeah, I must agree. It was I thought the game was gonna be a little bit better. But I'm gonna say this, man. What a turnaround from going from Gerard Mayo to Mike Vrabel. That New England Patriots, they look like the Patriots of old. You got a quarterback in place. Don't turn the ball over. Run our offense. Josh McDaniel. They look like the old Patriots, just with a younger Brady. And they can move a little bit
They
more.
won 14 games.
And if you look at the thing, they can play whatever style of football you want to play. They have a quarterback. Can you name any outside of Diggs? Can you name anybody else over there as a superstar? Stevenson is pretty well. He's good.
They got what's his name? Josh.
Yeah, Buddha. The Buddha. It's so stupid. It was a clown. It was a clown, hey.
Hunter Henry is balling, by the way.
And Hunter Henry, but again, it's the same model of their previous team when Belichick was there. They get them 1 to 2 tight end. They get a possession receiver and a Diggs. They have another probably somebody to do the ghost stuff, and the defense plays lights out. They have a former player that's playing defensive tackle. He is a man-child. Mr. Malachi Williams, he is a man-child on that defense over there. And that's why I'm telling you, the Patriots, man, I don't believe – I look at them as a subpar number 1 seed. Even though they're the 2 seed, they're going to be a tough out. And they are well coached, and everybody on that coaching staff got rings.
Well, we will get back to that in just a moment here. Coming to you live Saturday. Well, the times aren't picked yet, but the 2 options are going to be 4:25 and 8:20. We know that, or 8:15, whatever it is. Yes, that was what I was going to say. When it comes to that, they play – winner of this game tonight will play the Patriots on Sunday. If the Texans – now, the Texans look like they are falling apart right now, but the Texans are the hottest team in the league coming into the playoffs, being that they have won 9 straight. So I believe if the Texans play New England, they have a shot at winning. If the Pittsburgh Steelers play New England, I think New England takes it. No problem.
Why?
Well, Skip, what's been the reoccurring theme over the last couple of years? I am not an Aaron Rodgers believer.
Okay. But that's why. Just because Aaron Rodgers?
Yes.
Not the defense, not.
I've told you the Steelers, I've always been a fan of the Steelers defense. In a 21-18 game, Steelers defense will hold on to the lead.
Right. And that's why it kind of threw me when you just said if Pittsburgh wins this game tonight, then the Patriots are going to have to deal with that defense more so than Aaron Rodgers. Because the Patriots put up how many points this week or yesterday?
16.
Okay, that ain't going to be enough to beat Pittsburgh.
Wait, hold on right there.
I disagree.
I disagree with you, Skip, because again, this is a Patriots team. They're playing however you play. Remember those Brady teams, when they had to run the ball against you, they ran the ball against you. When they knew they could pass the ball against you, they passed the ball on you. That's what Josh McDaniels as an offensive coordinator do. He takes what you going to give him. If they know you weak on the run, we going to pound this rock at you. Okay. So they're going to play whatever ball you want to play. It's that defense, and can Aaron Rodgers hold up to we could be jumping ahead of ourselves because we don't know.
Right.
But if that was the case, if it was a Pittsburgh, the game would be if the Texans would win, because the Texans has a defense that can mirror New England a little bit with the pass rush.
Okay.
Yeah, they got a great defense.
And real quick, Abe, the Steelers' defense is a run-stop defense. You can pass the ball on them. You just gotta, they're tough in the trenches, so they have a pass rush, obviously, with Watt. So when the quarterback doesn't have time to get the ball out, yes, but with the way that New England's playing, their offensive line is doing pretty well.
Yeah, I seen the Chargers kind of push them around a little bit, but all in all, yeah, they playing good.
Like I said, Chargers had a defense. Their problem was their offensive line.
For sure.
They didn't really have too many games this season, if any, where they got, just absolutely dog walked. Either way, all right, there is another 3 games. What's up, D?
I know before we jumped into that, I wanted to talk to our resident, because we have our coaches in place. We got to get back on him. We see Harbaugh had an interview with your Falcons today, and I know if everybody's not up to speed, his demands that he wants $20 million a year, Skip. He wants another, $10 million allocated to staff. He wants to be able to control as far as player personnel, GM.
And he want to pick his GM.
To me, honestly, he's a made man. So I do feel like he has the cachet to demand it coming into your franchise. Abe, I just wanted you to speak on what we just heard and what we know as of today with your franchise.
Well, you ain't never had no coach like that. I don't care about Dan Reed. I don't care about anybody. You ain't never had no coach like that. So, I feel like what he asking for ain't too much to ask, considering who he is. One of the longest tenured coaches in the league. Now, however, there's always uh, a time to go with, like, a younger face, offensive mind. Now I don't really too tough like that, because you let Vrabel get away last. You let some guys get away, and so I feel like whatever Harbaugh's asking for, they need to go on and do it, man. Now I don't know if they'll comply with the whole let him hire his GM and all of that. Um, uh, you got some new people coming into place. With Matt Ryan and whoever else it may be. So I'm not sure if they're gonna be ready to just relinquish all of that uh uh freedom for Harbaugh to do everything he wants to do. I'm hoping they will, but just for how we are right now, I just feel like it's nowhere to go but up. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like hiring Matt Ice was a step in the right direction. He's never done it before, but I think he has a good NFL mind and a good business mind. Put some good people around him, and hopefully they can make good decisions for the franchise. But just get Harbaugh what he want, man. Maybe he'll bring Munkin with him. Maybe Munkin will come back to Georgia. But either way, man, I'm hoping for him. And if not, I do kind of like all the other candidates that's out there right now. I do like McDaniel. I do like Flores. There's some other good candidates out there. I don't feel like Harbaugh is just a lock. You feel what I'm saying? Because you may be able to still get good coaching with Flores, with somebody else, without relinquishing all of that stuff to him. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just interested to see what happens.
I don't think no employee should be able to pick their boss. I don't care if you got 20 Super Bowl rings. Now, if you want to do what Belichick did and be the GM/coach, that's one thing. But you don't get to pick your boss. There's not a resume on this planet that tells me I can pick my boss.
And that whole Belichick GM thing came back to bite him anyway. That did.
It did eventually, but 6 Super Bowls later, it came back to bite him. So we can't knock that, because he made it fashionable, but nobody had the resume to do what he did. So we can't knock him for doing what he did now. But you're outside of Belichick. Nick Saban can't do that. Pick your boss. No. And like I said, I agree. I want him to come here. As a football fan, I want y'all to compete, so I don't have that much trash to talk. But no, you don't get to pick your boss. You
Well,
just
Abe, as we've said in the past, when you do good, when the Falcons do good, my wallet does good. When people have a reason to get together, they go buy the products that I sell. So we want y'all to be prosperous, at least make the playoffs. You know what I mean? Win a division, make it maybe to the divisional round. I'm always cool with that.
But they're ready, though. They're right on the cusp of that.
But you know where they keep messing up, and this goes to something you said a second ago, Abe. The last 3 coaches y'all have hired. Raheem Morris has been a head coach before, but it was because his boss got fired. So he was the default guy.
And he had a losing record. You know what I'm saying?
The last 3 head coaches the Falcons have hired were all first-time head coaches.
Yes.
That goes back to Dan Quinn. He got his job off the Legion of Doom in Seattle.
But the good
You
thing
need somebody
he
with
did
the
was
experience. That's the Falcons' problem.
the thing that Quinn did was surrounding himself with other football minds. Mike Shanahan, Matt LaFleur, the Dolphins coach who just got fired. We had other head coaches now on that staff. So that was the difference with Quinn and Arthur Smith and Raheem. Raheem tried to pick his own guys as coordinators and he bombed on both. You feel what I'm saying? So I think ultimately that's what got him out of there.
All right.
I do. I really do. I don't want him to go nowhere else. I mean, because I don't think he can go to there's not another team out there in the market that has what he needs to come in and win.
Yeah.
You think about that, kid?
They said Miami, they said the Giants.
Miami, man, if he go to Miami, he go in the grave.
Raheem did have another coaching job before he coached Bucks.
But I thought that was a default head coaching job. I thought his guy got fired.
No, he was the head coach.
Okay.
He was the head coach.
Then I was wrong.
But to go back to what you were saying, Skip, for the Falcons situation with him saying that he wants to be the GM or get his own GM, I would worded that a little bit differently. Hey, I want to meet with me and the GM be on the same page because it is a marriage. However you look at it, GM and coach got to be married. Quarterback definitely got to be like their child in the marriage. You follow me? And everything got to go hand in hand. Right now, the Falcons has a quarterback that's hurt. We're looking at that Kirk Cousins. They're restructuring his contract, but I don't think Kirk Cousins is going to be here. I really don't believe that at all. So you're going to have to look at what, let's say if any coach come in, or Flores or Stefanski. I don't want y'all against Stefanski at all.
I don't want him either. Y'all better not get him because you don't want to see the field.
I don't want to see that happen. But Flores would be a good candidate because he's a defensive mind. But you're going to have somebody come in here with the background to bring in a coordinator that can work with what you have. And like Skip say, you ain't that far from it. We've been saying for the last 3 years, it's your quarterback play that's holding you back in certain
and offensive line. And
special teams. Harbaugh pedigree is special teams. If anybody want to know that, he was a special team coach. That's what Harbaugh is.
All right. Well, let's get into this weekend's playoffs because we got to get out of here soon. As I said, the times haven't been picked yet, but on Saturday we'll get the Bills going to the Mile High City to take on the Broncos. Skip, what do you got?
I like Denver. They're playing lights out football on both sides of the ball. Superman, as you like to call him. They're both from the cold weather, but they're in Denver, man, and I just don't see him being Superman again this year. I like the Broncos they're only favored by a point. No, Buffalo is favored by a
point and a half.
I still like Denver. I like Denver by 3.
I'm going with the Broncos also. And I'm looking at the coaching aspect of it. Sean McVay is excuse me, not Sean McVay. I'm so sorry, Sean Payton. Sean Payton being the coach up there in Denver. That's another thing. They know how to play whatever type of ball you bring into the table. They have a hellacious defense up there in Denver. I don't really think Josh Allen ain't gonna be able to play Superman with them like that. He gonna have to either find somebody to play. One of their star receivers just went down with a ACL injury, which I think it will hurt them in the long run. And PS2, he don't play no games out there. It's Patrick Surtain. He is a lockdown corner. He don't play no games out there for Denver. So again, Bo Nix, don't turn ball over. Denver wins this by 10.
Ooh, good call.
Sean Payton.
Because we was knocking the shit out of Bo Nix coming into the draft last year.
Yes,
And
we were.
14-3.
Sean Payton.
No, I'm just saying coming into the draft, we was banging on Bo Nix.
And the piggyback what y'all are saying, think about it. Bo Nix is damn near a carbon copy of who?
Drew Brees.
If you really think about it, same body structure, he can move around a little bit, and he'll throw the ball down the field. He's damn near a carbon copy. So again, we keep speaking on what these coaches need to run their system. Your coach out there in San Francisco, that he has a system in place. Anybody he put in that system, it works.
Yes.
And he calls plays to maximize whatever
that player.
What that ability is. The same thing with Sean Payton. Sean playing white Hall of Fame quarterback, because Russell Wilson is going to the Hall of Fame, no matter what it is. He's going.
Oh, yeah.
He said, you got to get up out of here because I got to be able to run what I need to run. He went and got a rookie quarterback that had a year that none of us thought he was going to have last year, and now they are #1 seed, and they one game away from being in the AFC Championship.
Hey, who you going with?
I love Josh Allen, but Sean Payton.
All right. Well, I'm glad you brought up Drew Brees because just like Drew Brees, it's going to take a couple of years before he gets that championship. Give me the Bills.
Okay.
Took Drew Brees 8 seasons.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, and a shoulder surgery.
Team swap. And a team swap.
Yeah, and a shoulder surgery. And belief in himself, because nobody believed in them but the Saints.
And to say that, Kel, to get at you on that, Sean Payton didn't have Drew Brees at first. This is his mold. This whole Bo Nix thing, he's had his hands on him since the beginning of, you know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit different.
Yeah. Well, y'all know I've been rocking with Buffalo all season. I ain't gonna turn the back now.
I can dig it.
Give me Buffalo. All right, my fucking pen just went out. Next game on the docket for Saturday, the 49ers are going to Seattle for the 3rd time this year and the 2nd time in the last month. Yes.
Last 2 weeks. 3 weeks. I'm picking my 49ers, but I'm going to preface it by saying this. We have lost all of our firepower. With Kittle out there, he opened up the middle of the field because of just who he is. We don't have that. Our tight end dropped some balls when he got in the game against Philadelphia. We had a young boy, 5, whatever his number was, ball hit him in his chest, both his hands, he cupped it, he couldn't catch it. So if it's ball control and McCaffrey does McCaffrey stuff, I think we handle them. But I just don't see us. I don't see us blowing them out. I see it being a nip-tuck game, probably even closer than the Philadelphia game, because we have nothing outside of people wanting to win. Now, I get it, the want to win because you're there, but man, with all we've lost here last week and then over the season, it's going to be one of those, man, I hope we get it. I hope we get it. We got it kind of game for the 49ers. So I'll still pick my Niners, though.
D.
This is going to be crucial. Seattle has a hellacious young defense. They look like Legion of Boom 2.0. But I'm going with Seattle, Skip, and the reason why is because of the home field advantage. I do think the injury bug will catch up with you guys because Kittle was a major blow to y'all. And McCaffrey, he's going to do McCaffrey things, but you're going to lean on him a little bit more. Now, if y'all get y'all Ricky Parcells, what his name, back, maybe it'll help. I don't know how far he's along in injury. Yeah, but I'm not going to – it's going to be a close 21-17 type game, I believe, because Shanahan and your defense will keep them in the game. But Sam Darnold turn that ball over, y'all win. That's it.
Abe.
Yeah, I think that's the
Key for this game, Sam Darnold. We watched him win, 13, 14 games last year with Minnesota.
coming to the first round last year and lay an 80. Now that was with Minnesota.
And I will say that Seattle's defense is 20 times better than what Minnesota had last year. With that being said, I'm going with San Fran.
Threw a fucking wrench in there, did you, bud? All right. Well, in week 1 of the season, 49ers took it home in Seattle 17-13. In week 18 of the season, the Seahawks took it home 13-3 in San Francisco. So, 13-10 final score. Seahawks. Nick Emanwari with a game-sealing interception on the last drive of the game. Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Oh my God. That's a little sensational, but okay. Okay.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying here. Hey, look, I was right last week when I made my prediction for the Seattle or for the 49ers and Eagles game. So I'm about to go 2-0 here, and y'all are gonna see that I am just that damn good.
So you going to Seattle?
All right, coming to us on Sunday, we have 2 more games. Of course, one of the games here we won't know until after the Monday night game going on now. So we will get to that here in just a second because we're going to try to pick that, but you know. All right, so Bears Rams. God damn, I just can't count these Bears out. I'm taking Chicago.
Same.
Rams.
Like I said, Caleb Williams he's going to solidify he's starting his upward path, man. And I just
Caleb
don't.
Williams is the
Coming out.
best quarterback in the NFC.
Say it again.
Caleb Williams is the 3rd best quarterback in the NFC.
Who are the other 2?
Oh.
Who are the other 2?
Oh. I'm the main ones I think better. Stafford.
Yes.
Dak Prescott.
Yes, that's it.
No.
No.
Who played for the Rams? What's quarterback for the Rams?
Stafford.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know what I'm thinking Detroit.
No.
What about
No.
No, what about
No.
You can't say Baker.
No.
You can't say Baker.
No.
I want to, but I'm not.
No.
I would put Baker at 4 or 5. You know, I'm right there really
in the
still.
top 5, but
I'll
Caleb
put
is
4 or
3.
5.
Caleb is 3 for sure.
I think I gotta agree with you there, Abe.
Yeah.
They arguably they division got one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFC. Goff, Jordan Love, and Caleb right now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I'm
thinking
not as
about.
high on Jordan Love as I was 2 seasons ago.
Nah,
But Jordan Love don't look bad.
Jordan Love didn't lose that game. They just lost.
Yeah, they had some drop passes. I agree with that.
Jordan Love is Aaron Rodgers 2.0 in my opinion. He's
I
gonna do the
can't
same
say
thing
that.
I would give Jordan Love the nod over Caleb, man. Even though he's playing great.
No.
I would.
I must say, Jordan Love shows up in big games.
You're right.
Count.
He's another one. Don't get rattled. He don't rush. He don't panic.
Caleb no smoke.
Hold them like a blunt. It's over. It's over.
Go
Caleb.
ahead.
Even the game that Green Bay won, the first game against
Caleb outplayed him.
That's a fact.
the defense, led up a game-winning touchdown or a game-winning field goal.
Bug Purdy, man.
What?
Purdy might be. Let me see what Purdy
No,
is.
don't do
What
that.
hurts Brock Purdy is the fact that Mac Jones came in and balled in his place this week or this year,
Well, he was
and I
hurt
think
out
that. But I think that goes to the question that everyone has had: is it Purdy or is it Shanahan's system?
it's
You can
Shanahan.
plug and
It's
play a
Shanahan.
quarterback.
It's definitely the system, but Purdy is a perfect quarterback for that system. Because he don't have the ego of let me show you I can do it.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, he got.
I can agree with that, but I think to put Purdy in that level, you would have to put him on a different team with a different system.
Come on now. Come on. Who is that?
He's saying the backup Matt Jones.
But that's what I just said when Mac Jones came in for Purdy this season.
Huh?
Mac Jones would go start somewhere else now.
He can.
He can go to Miami and be all world.
He can start in Minnesota also.
He can start in Atlanta.
Yeah.
But hey, to that, I don't think Kirk's going anywhere because Kirk has said he doesn't want to go. He ain't no starting job out there for him right now.
He can't go nowhere.
He will be a backup.
And for him to restructure his contract, I guess that's guaranteeing him some more money because they were going to cut him. He still would have got
It's
some
just
money.
stretching it out. It's stretching it out.
Yeah.
But I will
We
say
might see
though,
him until the trade deadline next season.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, real quick, fellas, let's get into this final game. As we touched on earlier, it will be in New England against the Patriots, but it will either be the Texans or the Steelers. So what we're going to do here, real quick, give me the pick for, I don't know, both teams. Your situation for both teams. Like earlier, I said if the Texans are there, I think they can beat New England, but I don't think the Steelers can.
Okay. Texans are up 7-3 right now in the second quarter with 2:42 left. I think the opposite of you, Kev. If Pittsburgh gets there, they're going to beat New England. My opinion. If the Texans get there, I think it'll be one of those, like D said, one of those, I'm going to do it if you do it. And they're going to throw it on each other or they're going to run it on each other. And then the best team is going to win. My opinion. Because, like D said, they play like you play. I don't think New England can afford to play like Pittsburgh plays. You get what Pittsburgh is ball control, and they do have, and I hate to say it this way, they got the better quarterback. Pittsburgh does. We can sit here and say Aaron ain't doing what is expected, but he's 90 years old, and he got them in the playoffs. So I think if Pittsburgh makes it, Pittsburgh wins. But if the Texans make it, then it's going to be a shootout, and then I'll take the Patriots.
I'm taking Patriots all the way. I don't believe. I just don't. I believe the Texans will give them a better game. I just don't think 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers will hold up to what the Patriots will do on defense toward him. You know what I'm saying? Depending, he's not going to have the time to do what he needs to do. And like I said, I'm just going to take the Patriots in either or.
Mac Jones say the Patriots defense is really good. We didn't allow a single touchdown yesterday, but y'all didn't score but one. You goddamn self. Okay. But anyway, go ahead, man. Hey.
I'm gonna say, what I will say is losing Christian Gonzalez yesterday. I don't know if he's gonna be out, but I did see him. The one carted off, but he did have to go to the locker room. So that can change things for New England. But the Texans win this game, and New England being a better complete football team right now, I think New England beat Houston in New England.
What do you think about Pittsburgh? Do you think Pittsburgh wins? Or you're New England all day, no matter what?
New England all day.
All right, that's what I needed to know.
What do you think? You think New England wins either way?
No, I think the Texans beat them if the Texans play them.
Okay, so me and you are opposite on that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, fellas. Y'all got anything else y'all want to touch on?
D, what am I doing?
You are the top dog. You are the top dog. None of us thought that his team would either.
My wife talking about, oh my God, oh my God, me.
Huh?
My wife talking about, oh my God, I've been talking shit.
No one here thought that we'll be talking about the Hurricanes in the national championship,
including me. Including me, and it's my team. So now, I ain't gonna sit here and act like I knew from the beginning because I didn't.
Outside of NFL stuff, that's here or there. The Miami Hurricanes, we did not think they was gonna be there because me and this gentleman, we can't stand a quarterback for that trash he pulled.
I can't stand it either.
And let me tell you something. Them jokers on air, Herb Street, them. I don't like the narrative that they tried to push. And I don't know if you heard this. They got on air and said he came to Miami to win a national championship, and we all know that ain't true.
He came to Miami chasing booty.
You don't he was following snatch. Oh my fault. Mm-hmm. He was following.
You said it better than I was about to.
That's exactly why he left. But you don't leave a national championship team to go win a championship. You know what I mean?
You got a payday.
No.
You got a payday. I'm not mad at you getting your payday, and you were following after that cheerleader. Let's stop.
They just what'd you say earlier?
So, you know what I'm saying? So we were. I just didn't. I heard that on the broadcast, and I was like, "Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop."
To say because they ain't got nothing to say because they didn't believe in him when he got there. But now watch this.
I still don't believe them.
I lost my train of thought. When we made the playoffs, remember when they put us in over Notre Dame? What did I tell y'all? The only way we lose in the national championship game. I knew then our defense was playing too well to lose to whoever it was we played. Now we're underdogs by 8.5 now. I just don't think Indiana's offense is gonna beat our defense.
You beat 2 SEC teams and arguably the number 1 team in the nation through the whole thing to the end of the year.
Ohio State, yeah.
So,
but I just don't think I think our defense is gonna win that football game for us. I just see it. But
I ain't mad at it. We might need to figure out something with the show next week because I think all of us are going to be wanting to watch that game.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, man. So just before we get off, in case we don't come on before, Skip obviously got Miami. D, who you taking?
I'm taking Miami.
Abe.
Indiana, man.
I don't want. Let me say this. Let me say this, folks.
Who's your daddy?
Indiana.
Who's your daddy?
He is a hater. He only do.
You better hate against us. Y'all want to know? I know. I said,
and the only reason I'm picking Miami, it ain't got nothing to do with Carson Beck. I like the defense, and it's got to be because they from down here. I just don't whatever, but I don't want Carson Beck to get a national championship because he will have 3 national championships. Skip 3, 2 from us, and 1 as a starter for you.
He didn't start none of those games.
No.
That was the mailman.
Stetson Bennett.
You're right. Stetson Bennett? That was his name?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, Stetson. Okay.
And Skip, a couple of weeks ago, I was saying I thought the national championship would be, and I said it last week, Ole Miss and Indiana. Because I thought Ole Miss. I know, but I thought Ole Miss was I like the storyline. I'm a sucker for a good storyline. And Ole Miss had the perfect storyline to go win a natty, but I just didn't see anybody. Indiana is just, I like the way they're coached. And I think even though that Mendoza kid is a fucking weirdo, dude's he's a cornball for sure. He is like straight cornball. You were talking about, whenever I say I'm white, but I'm not that white, that's the white I'm not. Is Mendoza.
He's a politician. He can run for office. He has great public speaking, sir. Great public speaking.
We just have a brotherhood that holds together like glue. And when all of us believe we can achieve, I'm like, yo, get the mic out of his face. Anyways, I just think Indiana's got it and they're going to take it home. All of it.
All right.
So, all right. Well, thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. We will be back next week. We just got to figure out how we're going to do it. Maybe we do like a little pre-recording. We come in, talk about the game, talk about the NFL. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Well, that's behind the scenes stuff. For everybody who tuned in, thank you so much. We will see you next week. Until then, enjoy the playoff football. Keep the beer cold. Keep the beer flowing. And keep the wings lemon pepper, baby. We
Top dog. Top dog.
We are out.
Can't nobody say that because ain't none of y'all teams in it.